Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see the fourth numerical problem on continuous beam. So this is the second part of video. In unit number 3, flexibility method for the subject structural analysis 2. So in the first video, already you have seen the statement of the numerical problem, and this was the given continuous beam ABC. Okay. So in that we have found out the degree of static indeterminacy, which was equal to 2, and we have considered the vertical reaction at B and vertical reaction at C as a redundant. So here we have written the Q matrix. Okay. So after that we have found out the dq matrix. Okay. So dq matrix was equal to 1 upon EI and minus VB and minus 2BC. Okay, so we have first find out degree of static indeterminacy, then we have considered the redundant force, and then we have find out the dq matrix. Okay. Next we have done the displacement analysis of the release structure. Okay, and this is the table. Okay. Erase this. Then we have find out the dql1, okay, and we have calculated dql2. So the values are for dql1 the values was minus 4860 upon EI, and for dql2 the value is minus 12740 upon EI. Okay. Now next we have found out the flexibility coefficient. So in that first we have found out F11. So the value of F11 was equal to 72 upon EI. Value of F12 equal to F21, it was equal to 180 upon EI. Okay, and then we have found out F22. So the value of F22 was equal to, so it was equal to 576 upon EI, and the flexibility matrix was this. Okay. Now after finding out dq matrix, dql matrix, f matrix and q matrix, so putting all these values in flexibility equation, this is also called as equilibrium equation in flexibility method. So the equilibrium equation is dq matrix equal to dql plus f into q. Okay. Now here we know the value of dq matrix, so the value is 1 upon EI bracket minus VB minus 2BC equal to the dql matrix is 1 upon EI minus 4860 minus 12740, and f matrix is 1 upon EI in square bracket 72 180 185 76, and q matrix is VB VC. Here we also can write down as q1 q2. Okay, but here as the spring support is there, so here we have written VB and VC. Okay, so we are cancelling the value of EI because it is constant throughout the beam. So here we'll take this VB term on this side and this 4860 and 12740 on the left hand side. So here as it is minus, when it go on the other side of the bracket, so it will be equal to plus. Now here VB, now here first we'll solve this matrix. So 72 into VB, so 180 into VC, so 180 VB, 180 into VB and 576 into VC. So this we have solved. Now here these two matrices we have to add. So VB plus 72 VB, so it will be 73 VB and 180 VC. Okay. Then here 180 VB will be as it is. So 576 plus 2 VC, so it will become 578 VC. Okay. So here, so we can write down in the first simultaneous equation as 73 VB plus 180 VC equal to 4860, and second equation as 180 VB plus 578 VC equal to 12740. So these are the two simultaneous equation. Okay, solving this equation 1 and 2, so we'll get the first unknown, that is VB equal to 52.67 and VC equal to 5.63 kilonewton. So here we have found out the value of VB and VC. So VB is the vertical reaction at B and VC is the vertical reaction at C. Okay, now next step. Okay, so the next step is to find out the other unknown. So other unknowns are moment in member AB, vertical reaction at B, and moment in member AB as well as moment in member BC. Okay, now to find out the vertical reaction at A, so we'll apply the first equilibrium equation, that is summation Fy equal to 0. Now here we are considering upward force as positive and downward force as negative. So here A, vertical force at A, it is acting upward, so positive. Then 52.67, that is vertical reaction at B acting upward, positive. The vertical reaction at C is 5.63 acting upward, so positive. Now here the UDL, it is acting downward, so 10 into 6, so it will be minus 60, and here it is not 90, here it is 30. Okay, so minus 30, and if we solve this, we'll get the value of VA as 31.7. So 52.67 plus 5.63 minus 60 minus 30. So we get the value is equal to 31.7. So here by mistake, instead of 90, it is 30. Okay. Now after finding out the vertical reaction at E, so here we'll get the vertical reaction at A as 31.7. Now to find out moment in member AB, we'll consider the second equilibrium equation, that is summation of moment equal to C, and here at the point C we'll take the summation of moment equal to 0. So here the sign conventions are anti-clockwise positive and clockwise negative. So MAB, it is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so plus, so 30 into 6. So we are taking the moment at C point, so this will act in this way, so it will be in anti-clockwise, so plus 10 into 6, and from the center of the UDL to the point C we have to measure the distance, so 3 plus 2 plus 4, 6 plus 3, that is 9. Okay, so 10 into 6 into 9, then this 52.67 will act in clockwise direction, so minus 52.67 into the distance, that is 2 plus 4, 6. Okay, now this 30 will act in anti-clockwise direction, so 30 into 4. Okay, and this 31.67 is nothing but vertical reaction at A, so it will act in anti-clockwise direction, so minus 31.7 into the length, that is 6 plus 6, that is 12. Okay, so after solving this, we'll get the value of MAB, and the value of MAB, that is moment in member AB, it is equal to 36.42. Okay, so here we have found out the vertical reaction at A and moment in member AB. Okay, now next step is to find out the moment in member B. Now to find out the moment in member B, now we'll consider the moment at point B equal to 0. Again we are considering the anti-clockwise positive, clockwise negative, and we are taking the moment at point B equal to 0. So here MBA is acting in clockwise direction, so it will be minus. Okay, now MAB, it is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so plus, so 36.42. Then vertical reaction at E, it will act like this, so it will be in clockwise, so minus 31.7, so distance is 6, so 10, the UDL will act like this in anti-clockwise direction, so 10 into the distance is 6 and half of it is 3, So plus 10 into 6 into 3. So we'll get the moment in member BA as 26.22. Okay, so moment in member BA, it will be in clockwise direction, and moment in member BC, it will be in anti-clockwise direction, and the value will be same, that is 26.2. Okay, so here we have find out the moment in member B. So our next step is to find out the to draw the shear force diagram. So as we know that, so the vertical reaction at A is 31.7. First you have to draw the horizontal line ABTC. Okay, now at A you have to show the vertical reaction at A, that is 31.7. so here we have shown it. Now in member AB it is loaded with a uniformly distributed load. Okay, so 10 into 60, so plus 31.7 minus 16, so we'll get the value 28.3. Now the vertical reaction at B is 52.67. Okay, so 28 minus 28.3 plus 52.67, so we'll get the value 24.37. Okay, now in portion BD there is no load, so joined by horizontal line. Okay, now at point D there is a point load of 30 kilonewton, so plus 24.37 minus 30, so we'll get the value 5.63. Okay, now in portion DC there is no load, so here you have to join by horizontal line. Now at C the reaction is, so at point C we'll see the reaction. So at point C, the here C reaction is 5.63. So 5.63 upward direction. So in upward direction you have to take. So here it will be 0. So this is the shear force diagram. Here it will be plus minus plus minus. So this is the shear force diagram for the given continuous beam ABTC. Okay. Now next step is to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, so here we are drawing the bending moment diagram, but we are drawing the superimposed bending moment diagram. That means we are imposing the free bending moment diagram on the fixed bending moment diagram. So already we have found out the moment in member AB, that is 36.42. Okay, 36.42. Moment in member BA, that is minus 26.22, that is, it is acting in clockwise direction, and moment in member BC is 26.22, acting in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now at support A, first you have to draw the horizontal line. So at A you have to show the moment, that is by a vertical line 36.42. At support B there are two values, one is minus, another is plus. Though the values are plus minus, you have to show above the point B. So that value is 26.22. Okay, there you have to join this by a straight line. So here you have to join by a straight line. So this diagram is nothing but a fixed bending moment diagram. So afterward you have to superimpose the free bending moment diagram. So in member AB it is loaded by a uniformly distributed load. So the free bending moment value will be WL square by 8. Value of W is 10, value of L is 6. So 10 into 6 square by 8, so we'll get the value 45 kilonewton meter. So as the load is UDL, so you have to join by a second degree curve. So circular you have to show. Now in member BC it is loaded by a point load, but the point load is not at the center, it is away from the center. So the value of free bending moment will be WAB upon L. Okay, value of W is 30, value of A is 2, value of B is 4, and total length is 6. So 30 into 2 into 4 upon 6, the value is 40 kilonewton meter. So here as the point load is there, so you have to show by the straight line. So this is the free bending moment diagram. Okay, so here we are imposing the free bending moment diagram on the fixed bending moment diagram. So this diagram is called as superimposed bending moment diagram. So in exam, if they told to draw the bending moment diagram, in that case we are drawing the superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay, thank you for watching this video.